Alright guys, explaining tree stand setups, where to set them at. Everybody does it, differently, and each person has their own little technique to it. I like to keep it honestly basic and simple because the strategy never really changes too much. Deer live by their stomachs, okay? You catch them between bedding and feeding pretty much throughout the entire season, If you have an evening food source on your property, that's going to be king, obviously, for the evening hunt, and you can catch them from bedding to feeding. During the rut, you can pretty much catch them during the same thing. If the does are out in the evening food source, you're going to have bucks, cruising back and forth between bedding areas and food sources where the deer can travel in between and look for does. Also, bedding areas, you can put tree stands near them, downwind side during the rut. But I like, again, to keep it simple, I like to intersect them between bedding and feeding. Pretty basic, but it's a powerful strategy. So real quick here, we just set a brand new stand up here, and back over here about another 15 yards, stands over there about 10 yards, so I'm about 20-25 yards off the trail. But this trail runs this way, goes down through this little hump all the way back into there, and there's a bedding area. And when we first got this property, it was already a decent bedding area. There's a bunch of fallen down trees. It's pretty thick back there. So actually this year I went through and hinge cut a bunch of areas within that area to make it even better. So they're coming out of the bedding, they're walking through here, okay? Out over there is a food source. We're about 75 yards off that food source, and that's going to be an evening food source. So to access this, we access from this way. We walk down a road we have cut in, bulldoze road, all the way around here, and then we come right to the tree stand right there. That's going to be for a morning hunt. So this stand is for morning and evening, but probably it's going to be better for an evening stand, but time will tell, right? It's all, guesswork, and you move throughout the season to kind of pick, a better spot. But we're starting here. So again, I'm going to show you the set here, but food source, 75 yards that way. It's still a summer food plot. It's last week of July right now. So we're going to plant that up here in about 3 weeks for an evening for a fall plot. Again, the trail goes right through here, straight down through there, all the way back to bedding. We have a mock scrape over there. We have a trail camera over there. So we're encouraging them to travel this path from the bedding to the food source for two reasons. One, mock scrape. Two is the food source. I'd say 90% of the travel is to get to that food source. So I'm excited about this stand. So I'm gonna show you guys the tree stand here. Brand new set right there. We have a stand going this way, stand going that way. Hunter, cameraman. Okay. So again, we can access that tree. We're gonna come in from this way, which is a bulldoze road all the way over there. And then we can come in right to the back side of this stand so we can bypass the evening food source. We also have a strips of Egyptian wheat right here to allow us to slip by. There's Egyptian wheat right there. All this is going to be evening food source. That trail is right over there. It goes right out to that food source. Goes right through here. Trail camera, mock scrape, bedding area about 150 yards, 200 yards that way, which was the hinge cut bedding area that I just talked to you about. So also down there, we have a kill plot, real small food source. So any deer that travels this way, especially during the rut, he can see over that way to see if there's anything in there. So that's kind of a cool feature with that, because he can't go down here because it's a huge gully, but he can come up here and then wrap around and go into there. Obviously they can walk where they want, but that's the idea. So tree stand placement, pretty excited about it. We're done. Time to move on to the next one.